Hello YouTube, Red Reptiles here with another video, and today's video I'm going to be uploading this as an assignment for my master's program. Right now, if you guys don't know, I'm currently studying applied behavior analysis on the master's level, and this assignment is called a multiple stimulus without replacement, usually conducted on a child or a participant like a client, so you guys can go ahead and understand the preferences of your participant. But I'm going to be conducting it on my female radiated tortoise, Victoria. She's going to be having some edible reinforcers in front of her, and obviously, just like the name of this preference assessment is called, we're going to show her different kind of stimulus, and then as she chooses them, we're going to go ahead and score the ranking of that. So here is Victoria. She's kind of enjoying a preliminary snack. Don't worry, she will be heavily rewarded, of course. Feeding is due today after this video. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get started. So before we go ahead and begin the MSWO, I want to talk about Victoria a little bit, show you guys how she's doing. And for those that are just watching my channel for the first time, which I assume a lot of my classmates will and my professors, thank you for watching this video. And this tortoise right here is a radiated tortoise from Madagascar. They are critically endangered. Their population is in constant decline in their native range due to different things like deforestation, habitat destruction. Obviously, there's lots of cattle farming, unstable government, poaching, and lots of black market trade for these tortoises because they have very beautiful shells, as you guys can see right here. So this is going to be something very interesting for you guys to see. Also, it gives me the opportunity to bridge both my passions. Obviously, I'm very passionate about wildlife conservation, and I'm also studying applied behavior analysis, which I want to apply to animals, of course, and to, you know, special needs children as well. So here's Victoria enjoying that little snack that I said in the first clip. We're going to go ahead and set up our environment so we can go ahead and conduct this preference assessment, and we're going to see what happens. All right, so I would say that was quite a success. There are some things that maybe I would do differently the next time I conducted this same preference assessment on maybe another tortoise species. I needed to consider also how food motivated the specific individual animal is. And you know, Victoria here is actually not a very food motivated tortoise compared to my other ones. She has very specific things she likes to eat, which is that butter lettuce. As you can see, she's finishing off some right now. I pretty much could have assumed that she was going to go straight after this, but I thought that the color of the yellow squash and the bell pepper would have been a little bit more enticing. The way I scored it here was I was scoring it in real time. You saw we had some trouble where we had to, you know, kind of reposition Victoria, but the stimulus was not replaced. It was just removed, and then what was left was still there, as you guys saw. So she went for the lettuce first. She had a nibble of the green squash, and then I scored the cactus before the yellow squash. But after watching back the permanent product of the video, you can actually see that she bit into the yellow squash, spit it out, and then went to the cactus. So I will count that. And then obviously what was left was the bell pepper. She has a lot of different, you know, reinforcement items that I do feed them, of course. It's not so much a reinforcer because it's something that they need to do, so we're just making sure that they're eating. But they do have preferences in what they do like to eat. So, for example, if I were to conduct this with like Missouri tortoise diet, which I don't have currently, I would feel like that would be the preferred reinforcer automatically. But as you can see, we have a list of things that we scored on the RAISD. This is a interview that you would conduct with somebody who knows the participant. Obviously, I filled this out in the way that the tortoise, you know, probably would have answered. So what different foods, what kind of sounds, does the sound of water entice them, things like that. So here's a little bit of that assignment as well, included with the multiple statements without replacement. But as you can see, Victoria also loves eating the grass. So I feel like that would have also been an outside kind of motivator for her. She sees all the grass, so maybe she was trying to get to that. But it was still cool to see. I do think obviously it can be done, and different animals have different responses as well. So just to kind of overall discuss what went on in this video, as you guys saw, I conducted a initial kind of interview with obviously myself, but normally it would be done with somebody else to kind of just have a better understanding and a foundation of reinforcers that would work when you're conducting this preference assessment. So as you see, she had all edible reinforcers. You could do it with some animals that maybe like playing with toys, so more mammals, you know, obviously dogs. You can do it with primates. Even tortoises themselves will play with some things once in a while. If you put these big, large red balls, they'll like to kind of push them around. But I went ahead and used edible reinforcers, whatever I had available at the time that I obviously made this video, because I went ahead and did groceries for these animals. So we used those. We created a list of 5 things, and not so much that we ranked them, but more so what we thought maybe they would enjoy first compared to the rest. As you can see, she had pretty much no interest in the bell pepper, and that's just kind of a preference for her, of course. But I have other tortoises that with no question will go ahead and eat that. And like I explained, if I were to do this again, maybe I would do it in a little bit of a different environment, maybe not so much grass around her. Pick a tortoise that was a little bit more food motivated, of course, because as you can see, she's enjoying the grass right now, and maybe that's what she wanted to get to. But that's still something cool that we know, and we will kind of replicate for next time. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Shout out to Victoria for being a trooper in this, you know, obviously assignment, but also an educational video for you guys on my channel. And as well, shout out the BAMS program, so Behavior Analysis Masters of Science. That is what the program I am in, and this assignment was for that. And obviously I thought, let me go ahead and make sure that I can bridge it and do something a little bit different, bring you guys a different perspective of things. ABA in general can be done to all living organisms. I always say that we forget as humans that we are animals as well. So the same thing that we can do to ourselves, we can do to all our other, you know, species that we share this beautiful planet with. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, like I said. And for those that are watching on YouTube, subscribe, rate, comment, likes, and see you, my fellow herpers.